Okay, so now you've seen the two possible options for the sound design of that scene. Firstly, what an amazing scene. If you chose the one with correct sound design, because yeah, that other one was really bad. And it was intentionally so. Now, honestly, I believe I went a bit overboard with it. I could have just made it tacky, but I just really wanted to drive the point home of having really bad sound design and how it just takes you out of it. Because to me, that is the main thing I noticed. I mean, yes, part of it is that it sounds goofy, but also it's just like, hey, this isn't the world that has been built so far. I mean, if you go on to watch the rest of the episode, which I highly, highly encourage you to, there is already like an established sonic identity, buzzword, that is established throughout the episode. And so, especially having that one moment, which is the climactic moment, being just tarnished by like weird dubstep bass and a quirky banjo lead, which I specifically chose for that intended effect. Now, this goes deeper than just it sounding goofy, because I mean that's a pretty easy cop out, right? I can just say, oh, it's goofy, and there it goes. But further than that, I think it's linked to a psychoacoustic phenomenon that happens, which, I mean, just kind of how both acoustics works and how we perceive things. This meme of having to guess a kitten's meow is a perfect example of this.
Oh my God!
Right? So the funny thing about it is that since it's such a small creature, it's making all these really deep and large sounds, which is just kind of acoustically speaking is not what you expect from something, right? Laws and physics of acoustics says the larger thing is, the larger waveforms can be amplified through it and blah blah blah, and that's why you get lower bass frequencies from that. But something so small, you just don't expect it, right? And this can be applied to the more general thing of the bad example, right? Or it's goofy because it just doesn't reflect the reality of what you're seeing, right? A lot of this, the magic of movie and music, film and music, TV and music, whatever, is that it's all about the immersion of making you believe you are where they are trying to depict. Now, going on, we're about to have another fun little choice, because, who doesn't love choices? I'm going to introduce the concept of library versus composed music. So, library deals with like sync licensing, so just generally music that wasn't intended for the show and kind of exists in its own world. And then there's music that is composed for the show, which obviously is directly for it. So I'm going to use the same scene from the episode The Power, which is the first episode of the first season. So, first episode ever. And they start off with a synthesizer. Yeah, big win for us synth nerds. One of them is going to use the original music composed by Mark Mothersbaugh. And then the other one is going to be a piece of library music that I found that I thought would best suit this scene. So yeah, once again, check that description for the two links and see what you think for yourself.